Well, I'm your host, Pete Irvin. You've heard my voice many times on football, especially promoting the islands, which is the Philippine Islands, of course, the growth of football here. And in saying that, we were here recently for the Thirsty Cup, which was held at Cebu City Sports Center. However, now is another big sporting event, which is called the Samareño Football Club. And shortly and hopefully we'll be interviewing some of the winning teams, perhaps the coaches as well.
With the Thirsty Cup now under wraps, it was the turn of the annual Samareño Football Cup, with over 200 teams competing at the youth level. On the Ball report caught up with some of the action at Cebu City Sports Center, and with the heat rising to 42 degrees Celsius, I'm sure parents were thinking what a great way of losing weight. But here's some of the action in the early stages with head coach Dupree of the Golden Mighty Chief. Their team won against Springdale 2-1.
And believe it, there's over 200 teams will compete in this cup round. So here joining me is the club, I'm going to say coach, head coach. Can I say head coach?
Yeah.
Dupree. So Dupree, walk us through it. You've just won your one of your rounds, who you were playing against Springdale. Were you a former coach of Springdale?
Yeah, the head coach in Springdale is my former head coach, Coach Mario in San Carlos University.
Now, what was the final score in your game?
2-0.
So that's 2-0 to the Mighty Chiefs against Springdale. How's the other coach react? Did you speak after the game?
Yeah, for greetings for a good sport and
So you're being very diplomatic about that, aren't you? To say the least there. So the Samareño Club are going to say again, over 200 teams. That's tomorrow's talent that's going to be born that we'll see. Now, some of these teams have a mixture. So you have girls and boys playing.
yeah, right now my under-7 is playing for championship right now. And my under-7, under-11 rather playing for quarterfinals.
So under the 11 quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Do you know who the quarterfinal team is?
Right now we're waiting for the result, but goals and wins, we see we can play for quarterfinals.
Now, have you played the game yourself at school?
Yeah, I also play soccer before.
What was your position?
Goalkeeper.
Goalkeeper. Wow. So let me ask you this question. The men's team have not done well in the World Cup qualifying, but the national team, women's team, are going to be playing in June for the World Cup.
I want to say for the women's team, good luck. Wish you all the best and hope so you will win for the Women's World Cup.
Thank you, Coach.
And with the youth teams playing out over 12 minutes a game, I was sweating just watching. But the new team, Chrono Del Mar, they came out winners 2-1 against Argo.
Well, as you can see, I'm surrounded with some other players here, but let's talk to Coach Louis. Corona Del Mar 2, Aragao 1. That was close though, because that one that they got was a penalty.
Yes. Actually, it's a break for us because the last time we met these guys, we lost 2-0.
You lost?
Yeah, right now, we had we got back at them and we won 2-1.
Okay. Corona Del Mar is a big development of very distinguished properties, houses there. And this team is built within that organization. It doesn't belong to a school. However, we'll ask the coach how long he's been putting the teams together.
Actually, we started during the pandemic, maybe around 2021. So during the pandemic, we were practicing like twice or thrice a week. But during the face-to-face classes, we were just practicing once a week.
Louis, I got to ask you this question. How good a player were you at school?
I've been playing since I was 13 years old, and maybe around 30 years I've been playing football. Right now, I'm still playing for a club here in Cebu.
How old are you?
I'm on the 47.
Still fit, still playing. What position?
I play any position right now.
Any position. So if we need a goalkeeper, you're there.
Yeah.
So the question is, if I move to Corona Del Mar, do you think I can get a game?
Of course. everyone is welcome to play with us.
I'm not too old, eh?
Yeah. We have a player, one of the coaches, he's in the dynamic curve right now.
Uh-huh.
He's, I think, 60 plus years old. He's a British.
Oh, he's British.
Yeah. So he plays with
That
us.
might be a drawback being British English, I can tell you. However, this is an early game for you guys. So, do you know who you're going to play next?
I think we'll play against a team from Ligan City, Mayahay FC. So we don't know how they play, but we'll see. Yeah, what happens in the next game.
Okay. Final question to you is how many seasons have you been entering this cup?
This is our second season to play this year.
Okay, Coach. The best of luck in the next round. You're surrounded with ladies. They're the real backbone of the team, eh? They
Yeah.
do all the work.
Yeah.
You just turn up, clean shirt,
Yeah,
shoes on, and you direct the play.
Yeah, of course. My wife is always there to support
Your
us.
wi-
Yeah.
where's your wife? Where's your
My
wife? Hold it.
Yeah, come here.
Yeah, I've got to get you in. Come in here, please. Please. Come round.
Actually, I want to add something. During the pandemic, it was the only three of us who were playing football. Me, my wife, and my son. This is my son.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Can you stand here? Okay, I'm
my
just
son.
going to move you in slightly for the camera shot. Here we go. So, do you have any regrets in being football mad?
No, not at all. I'm happy with my husband playing with the kids, and that's all.
Now, the other question is, the men haven't done very well in the World Cup preliminary rounds, but the women's national team are going to the World Cup.
It's good.
Are you going to support them?
Yes, of course.
There you go. And young man, what position do you play?
Right wing.
Right wing. Hey, do you know, I started my days as a right winger. And then I was fortunate. I was reasonably good, but not as good as my son. He's now a head coach in the United States with the federation there. He actually trains 14 to 16-year-olds to make the Olympic team. Would you like to make the Olympic team?
Yes.
There you got it. Man, a few words.
We also caught up with a very busy football supporter, the president of Central Visayas Football Association, Rodney L. Orale. And here's his comments on the development of football sponsorship in Cebu.
Sometimes I have a smirk on my face to try and get interviews with people that count in football. Central Visayas Football Association. Believe it or not, I have the kingpin, Rodney. So Rodney, you are a very difficult guy to get hold of.
Yeah, because sometimes I'm also very busy with my business, own business. So doing things like this is part of my life. Because at the start when my children played football, so I really dedicated myself also to help the development of grassroots here in Cebu.
Okay, well look, this is the Samareño Football Cup. There's over 200 teams here. I mean, this takes some organizing.
Yeah, actually, this is our third season for our club, the ERCO Samareño Football Club. Actually, ERCO means the name of our company, which is in the name of my eldest son, Erich Rafael Construction. Then Samareño is because I came from Samar in Region 8. So I migrated here in Cebu. During the time I take my review for the civil engineering licensure examination. So I met here my wife. So it is also the time that I have a chance to choose where I want to live, here in Cebu or in Samar. So I decided to stay here in Cebu. Then in God's time, He gives me my two sons who loves football. So that's the start. Then this is our third season for the ERCO Samareño Football Club. So we decided to continue our legacy of having football here in Cebu. So it's we are very happy as the organizers because parents and coaches and players are very supportive with our advocacy that without them, then the organizers cannot do anything without their help, without this support.
Well, there you got it. I mean, I got to tell you, this gentleman is so difficult to get hold of. And I'm going to cough because I think I've won the jackpot. But however, I've got to ask you this. You played the game. What position was your best position in a team?
Actually, I played forward, right wing, but during this time, I'm still playing with the 48 above. I played also 38 above, but because of my age, maybe it's sometimes I am deciding to
Not retire. Come on. How old are you?
I'm already 50.
He's 50 and he wants to retire. Get out of here. You know, I mean, I'm a little older. I was hoping to get a game as well. But looking back and being serious about this particular event here, the San Marino Cup with well over 200 kids playing here downtown in Cebu, in the stadium here. Tomorrow's talent, tomorrow's great kids, will they make the national team? I'm sure that some of these kids here will have a good chance.
Yeah, actually, it's part of our program to develop grassroots, because without grassroots we cannot compete with other regions. So I'm very happy within the territory of the Philippines. We have at least 17 to 33 regional associations, and for us doing things like this, it will always give us good impression that the Central Visayas Football Association or the Cebu are really doing regarding grassroots programs. So doing such advocacy, we have really a lot of national team players going for international games. We have a lot of competitive players studying on a lot of prestigious schools in Manila. So because of this, we are really looking forward that there's still a lot of players that are not showing their skills yet, but several years from now, then we can see a lot of players playing for the national team.
Well, one of the things is so important is ground facilities, number one. Number two, it has to be number one as well, is that coaches, you know, you're getting more and more coaches and officials involved in the game.
Yeah, actually, without the facilities, without the development of coaches, without the development for the referees, then grassroots will not continue.
Yeah.
So
I want to sort of, not being rude, but in here, I hope that FIFA see this, because the better the monies they put in for development, the better the Cebus of the world will be able to produce good national team players. I mean, look at the women's team in the World Cup.
yeah, actually, we are very happy that we have already competing players for the women's team, for the national team, and we are very proud. That's why we are encouraging all the parents and coaches to also include our girls and women's, especially that Philippine Football Federations are now trying to have a national league for women's. So we're looking forward it for this year. So at that time, maybe we can ask coaches from different schools that we can create an elite team for the Cebu team, for the women's team, so we can compete again with others, with other regions. Then maybe a month after a month, then we have PFF can see that really the Cebu has a lot of talents, not only for the boys but for the girls also.
It's well, I've always said this. I've been here now, living here permanently for almost 4 years, and I keep saying talent, talent, talent. Where this particular stadium is right downtown Cebu. I hear it's all going to be ripped up and rebuilt on the playing area. So that is a great start indeed there. But you know what? I still don't believe we managed to get the president of Visayas Center Football Association. Rodney, thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And we're looking forward for another tournaments for next month. So we are very happy that
Which tournament will that be?
we have an upcoming 11-a-side tournament, which is we called it the Super League, intended for men's open. Then after that, we have also the Ondo Cup. This coming month by June, we have also festival. Then by September, we have the Smarties Cup.
Wow.
Our sponsor. Then we have also the upcoming Justice League Football Cup. So we have a lot of competitions, because what we need right now is to conduct tournaments for us also to ask some coaches to have their development for coaches be updated, because we have a lot of changes for the what we call the laws of the game.
Mhm.
So without the proper education, then we cannot create talent players, because if we did a lot of development for coaches and for referees, then the next thing is we have a lot of good players.
Well, do you know what? It's a credit to yourself, your organization. It's also a credit to Thirsty. They bring in a big cup rounds, which last several days. And it's just an abundance of talent there. You heard one of the major sponsors here is Smarties. Well, smart football brings Smarties.
This has been brought to you by Sunsport and Bad Beat Sportswear. Share, like, subscribe and ring the bell for news, interviews, breaking stories. Thanks for watching On the Ball Report.